morning everyone. So today's class is about transcription. So we have begun with the molecular genetics last class. So first we had seen about replication. Now we'll be seeing about transcription. Next class will be about translation. So all this replication, transcription and translation, this all comes in the central dogma of life. So DNA replicating and making a copy is called as semi-conservative replication. Last class we have seen about that. Synthesis of RNA from DNA is called as transcription, and the RNA into protein synthesis is called as translation. So today about transcription we'll be seeing. So at the end of the class you will be looking at, or you will be able to enumerate the different types of RNA molecules in the cell and the structural features of RNA and DNA, different types of RNA, and the process of transcription, what happens after transcription, that is post-translational processing or modifications, then the action of reverse transcriptase. So all this will be seeing at. So first coming to transcription, the definition of transcription is, see what happens in transcription, the DNA replicating a copy of it is called as replication. So replication will be happening all the time during the cell division, but it is happening only in the cell division, whereas transcription will be taking place all the time. Okay, replication only during the cell division, transcription all the time, and only certain areas of DNA are getting copied. Okay, this is like taking a Xerox copy of a particular page of the book. So genetic information from DNA is transcribed. Transcription means it is copying or copied into messenger RNA, mRNA. Many different types of RNAs are there: rRNA, tRNA, mRNA. So synthesis of mRNA from tRNA is called as transcription. During transcription, the message from the DNA is copied into a language of nucleotides. Okay, that is called codons, we call it as. Then the mRNA then reaches the cytoplasm, which is translated into functional proteins. So these functional proteins are they by means, it is a language of amino acid sequence. So here you can see the central dogma of life. So where the double stranded DNA helix you can see, that is partially uncoiled to synthesize mRNA, that is a transcription process. Then this happens inside the nucleus. Then the mRNA comes into the cytoplasm where there is synthesis of protein, that is translation. So here the structural difference you can see between RNA and DNA. So RNA mainly in the cytoplasm, the transcription takes place. In DNA it is inside the nucleus, and transcription in RNA is usually 100 to 5000 bases. Here there is millions of base pairs. Single stranded RNA, in DNA it is double stranded. The sugar present in RNA is ribose, in DNA it is deoxyribose. Bases AGCU in RNA, AGCT in DNA. So guanine content is not equal to cytosine, adenine is not equal to uracil, that is the Chargaff's rule is not followed in RNA, it is followed in DNA. And alkali destroys RNA very easily, whereas DNA is alkali resistant. And now coming to types of RNA, there are 5 major types of RNA: mRNA, heterogeneous nuclear RNA, hnRNA, transfer RNA, and ribosomal RNA, small nuclear RNA. Okay, here you can see the mRNA base is complementary to the template strand, that is identical to that of coding strand. That means, so DNA is double stranded, it is unwinded, okay, and one strand acts as a template for the synthesis of this mRNA. Okay, the synthesized mRNA is called as mRNA transcript also. on the template strand of DNA, this RNA is synthesized. So that template strand will have a coding region, okay, or initiation region. So where the RNA polymerase comes and binds. Once the RNA polymerase comes and binds to the DNA, there is initiation process. Then this RNA polymerase synthesizes RNA on this initiation site. There will be elongation. Once after elongation, the strand synthesis has to stop, right? So that is done by a row dependent factor. It is terminated or stopped. So mammalian RNA polymerase is DNA dependent RNA polymerase. That means for the action of this polymerase, DNA is required. Okay, DNA polymerase, there are type 2, or it is also called as RNA polymerase B. So that synthesizes mRNAs, and it is inhibited by amanitin, that is a mushroom toxin. Then type 1 is synthesizing rRNA, type 3 synthesizes tRNA. So 3 types of RNA polymerase you can see. RNA polymerase main work is to synthesize RNA. So this is the first step of initiation, elongation and termination. These are the 3 steps that is there in the transcription. So initiation, RNA polymerase attached to the DNA. Okay, so there will be promoters. We call it as TATA, Tata box in prokaryotes, and Goldberg-Haugnes box in eukaryotes. Okay. So here you can see RNA polymerase is coming and binding on the DNA. There is partial unwinding of DNA, double helix. Okay, the RNA polymerase comes and binds on the template DNA where the RNA is getting synthesized. So here you can see RNAP is RNA polymerase. Then elongation process. So the base pairs that is required for the synthesis of RNA is added by RNA polymerase on the template strand. So this process is called elongation. There will be sequential elongation. So here you can see RNA polymerase, then the promoter region. You can see non-template is non-coding strand, that is not utilized. Template is the strand where the RNA is synthesized. Then termination. See, first there is initiation, elongation, finally the termination. Termination is row dependent. So there is a factor called as row factor that will go and bind on the template strand, okay, by recognizing the stop codon. There are codons, okay, in detail about genetic codon in next class I'll be telling about. So on that stop codon, this row factor goes and binds. The RNA polymerase reaches till the row factor. Once there is row factor, it will stop the synthesis. Okay. After the synthesis is stopped, the synthesized RNA is released. So difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic transcription you can see here. Both transcription are taking place in nucleus. In prokaryotes, it is DNA dependent RNA polymerase. In eukaryotes, different types of RNA polymerase synthesizing different types of RNAs you can see. Then initiation, sigma unit binds to promoter site. Here there is Tata box. The start signal, Tata box. Here in eukaryotes we call it as Goldberg-Haugnes box. Termination, it is row dependent in prokaryotes. Here also it is row dependent. Okay, it might be independent also. And post transcriptional modification. So mRNA is transcribed immediately, okay, without any modification in prokaryotes, whereas in eukaryotes there is post translational modifications like 5-methyl capping, polyethyling, splicing, all this takes place. So this prokaryote it is inhibited by actinomycin, okay, and rifampicin. Here in eukaryotes, actinomycin and alpha amanitin. These are the inhibitors. So post translation modifications I told you. the synthesized mRNA is not directly translated in eukaryotes. So what all happens? There is endonuclease activity, poly A tailing, 5' capping, methylation, then removal of introns, splicing, okay, splicing of exons. So all these are the sequence or the events that is taking place in post-translational modification. So splicing means removal of introns. The non-coding regions are there on the synthesized RNA transcript, that is removed. Okay. Then there is adding of 5' cap, that is poly A tailing. A is added. Then removal of introns. After removal of introns, the exons are joined. Okay, that is called as splicing. So here also you can see primary transcript. So removal of introns, then the exons are joined, that is called as splicing. Then action of ribozyme. So ribozymes or RNA enzymes, they have a catalytic RNA. They are the catalytic RNA molecules. Okay, so this pre-cellular epoch or the nucleic acids were biological catalysts, and in the course of evolution, proteins took up this activity. Okay, then spliceosomes are there, so they contain ribosomes, okay, as well as protein components, which serves to stabilize the structure of ribosome. Then non-coding sequences are there, so they are called as NCS. Even after editing, mature mRNA is 2 or 3 times bigger than the size required for the synthesis of protein. So this again it is cleaved. Okay, so action of reverse transcriptase we will see. So virus RNA is there, so this is in prokaryotes. Then the polymerization is taking place, is done by reverse transcriptase enzyme. Then action of RNase H hydrolyzes this RNA. Then there is DNA copy of RNA. Then DNA polymerase 3 that synthesizes DNA. Okay, this is called reverse transcriptase. From RNA, the DNA is getting synthesized. And finally coming to inhibitors of RNA synthesis. We saw the inhibitors of replication. So similarly, inhibitors of RNA synthesis also is there. So actinomycin, rifampicin, amanitin and deoxyadenosine. These are the inhibitors. And the source actinomycin, we get it from Streptomyces species. Then rifampicin, rifamycin. Then amanitin, it is a toxic that is extracted from mushroom. And deoxyadenosine, it is just a structural analog of adenosine. And action, how it inhibits. So actinomycin, it will go and bind between G and C of the DNA. So then it stops. Okay, then rifampicin, it will bind to the beta subunit of RNA polymerase and it inactivates it. Amanitin, it inactivates RNA polymerase 2, and adenosine, it will incorrect entry into the chain. Okay, then it causes termination. So these are the inhibitors of RNA synthesis. So next class I will brief upon genetic codon and the process of translation we will see. Okay, thank you.